So, I'll be telling you a story about this beautiful place. An old village long time ago. They were very peaceful and loving, and they had mainly one type of business, which was fishing. They were so good with this fishing that people from so many other places voyaged to their land to buy fishes. See these men repairing their fishing net, as well as these ones carrying basket of fishes. It shows that there are fishes abundantly in this place. But in this village, there was a very spectacular fisherman who was better than the rest. Times when the sea was dry of fishes, he would get few net loads of fishes, while others get little or nothing. And in times of good harvest, when others would be getting net loads, his whole boat would be filled to the brim. He was the best among the best. See how happy he was and the fishes he got while others were still scrambling for fishes? One day, the people of the village grew tired of being behind the shadows, tired of catching nothing while the fisherman gets all the fishes. So they decided to visit him in his home and ask for his secret. There in his home, he welcomed them with smiles and open arms, even gave them fishes as entertainment because he had plenty. Then they inquired about the secret of his success. He told them that he carried a whistle anytime he went fishing, and those whistles attracted fishes to him. They always see him with whistle, but they never get to ask why he carried those whistles. So they were happy to hear that and decided that the next day, obviously, they are going to try it. Early morning the next day, news has spread across the village how the new fishing tactics will work. All the men lined up in the river with their nets, hooks, and whistle. They blew and blew all day and night, and yet they caught nothing. After that incident, they gave up and put it that the one who gave them the advice was only favored by the course of the sea, and so the fishes obeyed his whistles only. Many years passed, and the man became the wealthiest fisherman in their time. His fish empire dealt with all kinds of fishes, and his customers were endless. He also had other businesses and owned a shipping company that transported goods, fishes, and people in and out of the village. Even in his old age, he was the best among the best. Later, of course, the great fisherman died. The only family he had was his only son. Everyone came to sympathize with him. He died a very wealthy man, and anyone who wants his connection to continue through his son had to be at the funeral to show it. So it was a full event. After the burial, the fisherman's son was so worried. He didn't know how his father was able to fish the way he did. The times he had tried himself, he ended up worse than other village fishermen. He knew that 70% of his father's wealth came from the fishing business, and if it crumbled, he would lose his entire inheritance and his father's legacy. While clearing his late father's room, he came across a letter in an old box addressed to him. He quickly opened and read the notes. They were very bold and simple. Always remember this, my son. The fishes love those watermelon seeds as good as they love the whistle. His face lightened up in joy. This is it, he said to himself. This is my father's secret. Those simple words answered so many questions, biggest being the reason why his grandfather had the biggest watermelon farm in the village. The farm was not generating so much income, yet he kept pouring laborers and money into it. The son decided to pay a visit to this farm. This was one investment that angered him the most while growing up, but it gave his father great joy. Now looking at the farm alone gave him more joy than it gave his late father. The villagers called the late fisherman delusional because of that watermelon farm. There was no reason to have a watermelon farm in the heart of a mighty fisherman's village. Now it seems they will continue to call his son the same name, because the way I see it, the watermelon farm was just getting started.